Several birds landed on trees, one bird for one tree. But in this case, one of them didn't have a tree of its own. Then they regrouped, with two birds sitting on one tree. After this, one tree was left. How many birds and trees are there? There are 4 birds and 3 trees. Look at these 4 people in a grocery store. Can you figure out who's going to steal a watermelon? It's the man with a soccer ball. It seems as if he's holding something heavy. It must be the watermelon disguised as a soccer ball. You wake up and find yourself in a locked room without windows and only one door. You look around and notice a table. There's a piece of paper, a knife, and several inflated balloons lying on it. You pick up the note. It reads, "To get out of here, you must puncture a balloon with a knife. But if the balloon bursts, you'll stay here forever." What should you do to make a hidden door open in one of the walls? You should deflate one of the balloons. After that, you can easily puncture it with a knife. You're walking along the beach and spot an expensive-looking watch in the sand. There are only 3 other people on the beach. Who does the watch belong to? This guy's watch is in his pocket. The tan line on this girl's wrist doesn't match the shape of the watch. The watch must belong to this elderly lady. You've got a sack filled with coffee beans. You need to use this coffee to completely fill 2 other sacks of the same size. How do you do it? Put one empty sack into the other and fill them with coffee. 3 young men came to a coffee shop to prepare for their final exam. A waiter came up to them and asked, "Does everyone want coffee?" The first guy said, "I don't know." The second man answered, "Nah, I don't know." And the third one answered, "Yes." Can you figure out what the first 2 guys ordered? All young men ordered coffee. Each of them wanted to have this drink, but the first 2 couldn't know if it would be everyone's choice. If the first 2 guys hadn't wanted coffee, they'd have simply said no. So when the third guy heard his friend's replies, he figured out that both of them wanted coffee. And since he was going to get a cup, he said yes. You have to think outside the box to crack this one. 1 is to 3 as 3 is to 5, and 5 is to 4. And 4 is the magic number. Can you figure out the pattern? The word 1 has 3 letters. The word 3 has 5. And the word 5 has 4 letters. But the word 4 has 4 letters in it. And whatever number you try, eventually you'll come back to 4, and the game will end there. Vincent got locked in a room with no windows and only one massive door. There's a panel with several buttons on the left and another one with a hint on it on the right. There's also a clock on the wall above the door. Which button should Vincent press to get out of the trap? The green triangle. The numbers on the panel represent hours. If you connect them on the clock face, you'll get a triangle. Add this number to the same one and multiply the result by 4. Then divide it by 8 and you'll have the very first number again. What number is it? It can be any number. You can try it out to make sure. Look at these women attentively. Which one seems to be suspicious? It's the one on the right. The woman on the left was just adding some ketchup to her dish. See that bottle? But look at the pie the woman on the right is holding. There's a smartphone peeking out of the pie. What's it doing there? It's very suspicious. The police knocked on Michael's door late in the evening. They had a search warrant. They accused the man of stealing a big sum of money from a supermarket. Mike claimed that he hadn't left the house all day, but one of the detectives saw something in his living room, and it led to the man's arrest. What was it? Look at the date on the receipt lying on the table. It's the same as the date on the calendar, which means Michael lied about not leaving his house that day. Look at these guys attentively. Can you tell which one has drawn the graffiti? It's the guy on the left. He has some spray paint on his hoodie. An ant is 2 inches away from its home. With every next step, it covers half the distance to the entrance. How many steps will the insect have to take to reach its destination? The ant will never reach the door because every time it'll travel only half the distance. Now, how about solving some rebus riddles? This is the first one for you. High, 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 high. That's high five. The next one, noon good. What's this? That's how you greet people. Good afternoon. Okay, now try this one. Way, progress. It's progress underway. Now let's check how attentive you are. Try to figure out what's wrong in the following images. There's no way anyone can wear those blue shoes. They're both left ones. How about this one? This horse looks rather natural among kangaroos, but it doesn't belong there. What's wrong in this picture? Why would a barn have a chimney? I suspect something is missing in this picture. Can you figure out what exactly? The bus doesn't have side mirrors and windshield wipers. Detective Lucas was called to investigate an accident. A car crashed into a store window and smashed the glass. There are 2 suspects. Both of them denied their involvement. Detective Lucas doesn't need much time to figure out who the culprit is. Do you know the answer too? It's the owner of the blue car. The pattern on its tires is the same as in front of the store. Detective Brown was having her morning coffee in a cafe when she heard a car screeching to a halt, then some loud shouting. She ran outside and spotted a man on the ground. His bicycle was lying nearby. There was also a car sitting next to the man. Detective Brown helped the cyclist up. The car driver came up to them. The cyclist exclaimed, "He hit my bike with his car, making me crash." But the driver answered, "I saw him losing control of his bike in the mirror. I left my car to check on him." Detective Brown immediately understood who was lying. Can you figure it out? Strangely, the car doesn't have side mirrors, and all that stuff in the back seat blocks the view of the road, so the driver couldn't have seen anything in his rearview mirror either. He's lying. A man wearing a hat, a bandana covering his face, and dark sunglasses robbed a bank. The police have 3 suspects. Look at them and try to figure out which one is the criminal. Usually, people tie bandanas under their ears, but in this case, the bandana covers the robber's ears. It probably hides something that distinguishes the man from other people. The criminal must be that man with only one ear. When Louisa entered the office, she noticed that her colleague Anna was very upset. It was the beginning of the working day, but someone had already stolen her purse. Only those who worked in the company could get into the office. Louisa questioned her colleagues. Maria, who worked in IT, said she'd been fixing somebody's computer. Jane, the secretary, answered she'd been on the phone with some clients. Andrew, a sales manager, said,
"I've just returned from a 3-hour-long meeting. I'm exhausted."
"Can you figure out who took the purse?" Andrew, the working day's just started. How could he come back from such a long meeting?
That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side. Are you up for a logo test? I have some new ones for you to test your brain again. Don't forget to keep track of your score so you can see how well you did. Okay, at first, I'll be showing you 2 logos, one correct one and one fake one. You just have to tell me which one is the correct one. Deal? Let's go then. What about this logo? Everybody's favorite HBO. Yes, of course. It's this one. Next up, GTA 5, a computer game. Can you find the correct logo? Here it is. Did you get it? What about Vodafone? Can you see it? Correct. It's the right one. What do you have to say here? What's the correct Nirvana logo? Yes, it's this one. Now, Android. Nothing complicated. Which one is it? That's the left one. Boston Celtics, a basketball team. Can you spot the correct logo? Yes, this one seems right. Can you remember the correct Dolby logo, the sound system? Here it is. What do you say about Peugeot? Can you see the one and only? Yep, right here on the left. What about Uniqlo, the clothing brand? Find it. That's the one on the right. Patagonia, what's your call? Pick the right, and you're right. Right. Think hard and find the correct logo of the Washington Commanders. Not sure if it helps, but they're a football team. So, what do you say? It's this one. Calvin Klein is super famous. Where's the correct logo? This is the one. What about Allianz, the insurance company? That's the one. Next up is the Thesaurus Dictionary. Can you see the right logo? It's this one. Mental floss. Pick the right logo, please. Yeah, it's the left one. Change of task. I'll show you a logo and you have to name it. Do you think you know them all? We'll see. Here's the first one. It's quite easy. Do you remember it? Correct. It's the New York Yankees, a baseball team. Great job. Not hard at all. Who is this woman? It's the woman featured in the logo of Columbia Pictures. I hope you got it right. This one is quite famous. That's Fairy, a dishwasher gel. Okay, do you know this brand? It's Lululemon. Can you remember where this bird comes from? Or maybe at least the name of this bird? That's a cardinal, and the team is the Arizona Cardinals. What do you say here? That's UC Browser. What about this one? Pontiac, an American car brand. This one is quite simple, a flying baseball. So yeah, tell me which team it is. Of course, it's the Los Angeles Dodgers. What about this S? What does it stand for? That's Seat, a Spanish car brand. This one is famous worldwide. Do you know this organization? That's the United Nations. Any thoughts here? That's Tree Hut, a personal care brand. Not knowing this one is almost illegal. Yes, it's 21 Pilots. You see it all the time. Can you recognize it? It's Pantene, of course, a shampoo. Do you know what this logo is? It's Chicago Cubs, the famous baseball team. Okay, this one's a bit harder. What do you say? It's the logo of Billie Eilish. Do you know this one? It's Swatch, a watch brand. I just removed the name. Does it ring a bell? Red Hot Chili Peppers, the band. Quite a fancy logo. What is it? The New Orleans Saints, a football team. Okay, a needle. Do you know the brand? It's Cole Haan. It's a luxury footwear brand. Look, that's a great one. Any ideas? That's Starlink. It's an internet constellation operated by SpaceX that delivers internet to remote areas. This one for sure looks fancy. So, ideas? That's Parker. They make those crazy expensive pens. Everyone knows this penguin, but wait, where did you see it? On books, it's the logo of Penguin Random House, a huge publisher. Okay, here's a GE logo. What does it mean? General Electric. This one is quite famous. Do you know it? It's the New England Patriots, a football team from Boston. Do you know this logo? It's Roxy. Easy peasy. What is it? It's Google Classroom. A logo you probably know because everybody does. What is this? Queen, the band. This one is hard but definitely worth a try. Any guesses? It's the World Bank. This one is almost like TikTok, but different of course. What is it? That's Likey. Do you have any clue what this is? That's the logo of the Los Angeles Chargers, a football team. Do you know this organization? That's the logo of the International Monetary Fund. What about this one? Do you recognize the logo? That's Happn, a dating app. Any thoughts here? It shouldn't be too hard. Cat related, obviously. It's Shiba, a cat food brand. I bet you know it. That's Philips. Maybe not the most famous one, but the ball and the letter give enough hints. Los Angeles Clippers, a basketball team. What do you think this logo is? That's Macmillan Publishers, a huge book publisher. What about this logo? Have you ever seen it before? That's the logo of the European Union. Do you recognize this one? That's CapCut, a video editing app. Any thoughts on this one? Yeah, it's AutoZone. What do you say about this one? Any ideas? Pittsburgh Steelers, another football team for you. And now it's time for the final type of task. It's the hardest one. I'll show you just a little piece of a logo, and you have to recognize it. Do you think you can manage? Let's check. Here's the first one for you, a very easy one. Any guesses? It's Safari. Yeah, nothing too hard again. You know it well. What do you say? That's the Olympics. Yeah, I'm being way too nice, but keep enjoying it while it lasts. What is it? That's Wikipedia, of course. Another easy one for you. Hit it. Yep, that's Metallica. Now, things are getting harder. What is this? That's Alcatel. Good. Any thoughts here? That's Ray-Ban. Okay, I'll give you a break. Where is this piece from? That's Toys R Us, of course. Super simple. You have my respect if you know it. That's the World Health Organization. So, any thoughts? The Brooklyn Nets basketball team, of course. Nothing hard. What is this logo? Aha, that's Lacoste. Any ideas about where these squares come from? Aha, that's GoPro. Did you get it right? Do you have any thoughts on this one? That's corn. Tell me what this is. That's Funimation. Do you recognize this face? Yes, you have definitely seen it on Planters Peanuts. Okay, I have to admit I wouldn't guess it myself, but maybe you will. Trust me, you know this brand very well. Faber-Castell, they produce stationaries. So, how'd you do? Let me know how many points you got in the comments below. That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.